Hello, friends. I'm so glad that you could join us today. We're excited to share our passion with you. And I have a little question for you to think about before we get started. Can you imagine a world where mindfulness practices are as fundamental to early education as reading and math? So, we are the Art of Calm, and we're here to talk a little bit about teaching meditation and mindfulness to little ones. So, I'm going to read to you our mission statement. One, because I don't have it memorized. And two, I think it's important for everyone to understand why we're doing this and what we want to achieve through this. So, our mission with the Calming Journey for Little Ones book series is to spark a transformative path for children, empowering them to navigate life's intricate emotions with unwavering confidence and resilience. Through our enchanting stories, we endeavor to equip young minds with the ability to harness the strength of their breath, guiding them on a journey toward heightened emotional awareness and inner tranquility. By instilling mindfulness and fostering self regulation, we aspire to cultivate a world where children embrace their emotions with boldness and grace, ultimately nurturing a generation of emotionally balanced individuals poised for boundless growth and fulfillment. So, that is in a nutshell what we aspire to do. So, this evening we are going to discuss the importance of teaching guided meditation and mindfulness to little ones, also breathwork techniques for little ones, and how to use our book series. So, I want you guys to meet the team. I am Christy. I am a co author. I am a mother, a grandmother, and I am a retired educator. We are each going to discuss our passion and how this became our passion. So, for me, when I was working in the educational field, I came to realize that little ones don't have access to coping skills. They don't have anything in their internal arsenal to help them deal with the big feelings. They don't know how to regulate their emotions. And some of them didn't even understand or weren't even aware of what they were feeling. They were unable to, I would say, like label their emotion. And also, too, now that I'm a grandmother, um, I have my grandchildren to think about. And so when I was a mother of three little ones, I spend most of my time in survival mode. Like that's what moms do. And now that I'm a grandmother, I have a little more time to reflect. And our world is chaotic. And I want my grandchildren to have a firm grasp on their emotions and be able to regulate their emotions so that they're able to deal with the day to day stuff that happens in life. So that's pretty much where my passion stems from. And now I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Lindsay.
All right. Hey, I'm Dr. Lindsay Rhymes. I am a co-author for this series. I'm a mother to a little 3-year-old girl, and I'm a doctor of chiropractic. So the reason why I'm doing this is, for one, in school, in the clinic, and in practice, I've seen quite a bit of children in the office, and then their parents often express concerns for their children and have asked advice on how to help them calm down and just regulate their emotions. And then I also know the impact of dysregulated emotions and what it can have, the impact it can have on the body physiologically and with their development. And then I personally struggle quite a bit regulating my emotions, and using these books with my daughter and writing these books have shown me ways that I can do better and how I can help my daughter grow up to be calm.
Okay, thanks, Lindsay. Savannah?
Hi guys, I am Savannah. I am the illustrator for our children's book series, A Calming Journey for Little Ones. I've been an artist and have done anything with creativity music, art, crochet, you name it, pretty much my whole life. So art as well as children have been very important to me throughout my life. I have also worked in daycares. I have been a CNA and seen and heard a lot of things. And I have also struggled a great deal with regulating my own emotions, as that was not something that I was taught from a young age and had to learn as I got older. And let me say, it is not easy learning as an adult. So now, having my own son, I am also very passionate about instilling mindfulness in my son and teaching him how to regulate and understand his own emotions. So that is why we are here.
Okay, thanks, Savannah. Okay, so where can you find us at? We are on all social media networks at The Art of Calm for Littles. And we also have a website, www.booksbyrhymes.com. I am going to send it over to Lindsay, where she is going to talk a little bit about the science.
Alrighty, so why is meditation and breath work important in little ones? In a world that seems to move ever increasingly, the concept of stillness may seem at odds with a child's natural exuberance. However, every child has the potential to harness their breath and find the inner calm. Harnessing one's breath simply means to learn how to control it. Guided meditation and breath work allow little ones to quiet their minds, reduce external distractions, and explore their inner landscape. Science has indicated quite a bit of things about meditation, such as it lowers cortisol levels, which is known as the stress hormone. Meditation allows the body to enter a state of rest and digest, known as the parasympathetic state of the nervous system, rather than a state of fight or flight or stress, which is the sympathetic state of the nervous system. Meditation has also been proven to improve sleep, which is linked to the decrease in physiological arousal from the overstimulation and outbursts that children can go through a lot. And when the body is in the parasympathetic state, sleep is more easily encouraged. Meditation can also enhance your child's emotional regulation skills, as well as their response to these stressors. So when stressful situations do occur, your child will learn to equip themselves with tools to just slow down, assess how they are feeling, and to work through whatever the situation may be on both an emotional and physiological level. Meditation can also increase your child's cognitive function. In other words, their focus and memory abilities by learning to control their emotions. Research has shown that meditation can encourage an increase of gray matter in the brain, and this was shown via MRIs that were taken. And the gray matter is where perception, learning, speech, and cognition take place in the brain, which therefore positively influences the strength of memory and learning, as well as emotional regulation. And lastly, meditation can boost your immune system due to a decrease in inflammation that is caused when the body is in that stressful sympathetic state.
Okay, thank you, Lindsay, for our science lesson for the night. All right, so wondering where you can find information on guided meditation? Well, we have a book for that. So this here is our Tranquil Hearts book, and it is considered your how-to guide to starting your family or your little ones on a guided meditation journey or a breathwork journey. Within this book, you're going to find information on the power of stillness, the sanctuary within, embracing emotions, the magic of breath, and being consistent in guided meditation. So there's also a chart in there that you can look at to see about how long your little one should be doing guided meditation. There are different breathing techniques, which we are going to get into a lot more detail later on in this session. And at the back of the book, there are 50 guided meditation scripts that you can use with your little ones. I'm going to hand it over to Savannah now.
So as Christy mentioned, we are going to dive deep into these breathing techniques and meditative practices. So let's start with, what are breathing techniques? Breathing techniques are a way of utilizing engaging methods to harness one's breath. Sometimes all it takes is putting an image in your head, such as focusing on waves of the ocean, or you could even focus your breath to a sound, such as the beating of your own heart, or whatever works for you. So what do I mean when I say harnessing your breath? To harness your breath is to take full conscious control of your breath, your body, and your mind, which is why these breathing techniques and breath work is the backbone of these meditative practices. So why teach these breathing techniques to little ones, besides all of the wonderful science that you've heard from Lindsay? We'll get into it a little bit deeper then. There are so many benefits to teaching these breathing techniques to your children, you guys. Who doesn't want the confidence to learn self-regulation, have lower stress, have better focus, and to be able to manage your own emotions and find a deep sense of inner peace? The foundation of breath work starts with emotional intelligence and self-regulation. So let's dive a little bit deeper. What do I mean by emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence simply means being able to recognize, understand, and thoughtfully manage one's own emotions. So let's think of a simple example of what a developed versus an underdeveloped response might look like. So we are pouring our morning coffee and it spills all over ourselves and all over the floor. We have two choices. You can respond or you can react. Some examples of what a developed emotional response to this could look like would be, thank goodness I still have time to change my shirt. Or you might even just laugh it off. Now let's flip the coin and think of an underdeveloped and emotional response. You might say, well, my whole day's ruined now. Or you might be extremely frustrated. And for some adults, an emotionally mature response may come easily. However, to a child, making a clear choice comes with difficulty. Switching gears, let's put ourselves into our child's shoes. We're faced with a difficult situation, and our innate response is to do what? To cry, to scream, to yell, to hit, etc. And this is why teaching these skills at such a young age, while their brains are still molding to the world around them, is such a critical aspect to their development. Not only is this going to allow them to have a firm grasp on their own emotions, but it's going to allow them to understand and empathize with the emotions of others as well. Your child will become aware of their emotions as they arise. Instead of reacting impulsively to their feelings, they will learn to observe them with curiosity and confidence.
All right, we're going to move on to another reason why we should be teaching breathing techniques to little ones. It decreases tension, stress, and anxiety. So children, just like adults, are susceptible to stress and anxiety. Whether it's school, overstimulation, or just being tired, these stressors can impact a little one's emotional well-being. So guided meditation can be used to reduce the stress and anxiety that they feel. The ultimate goal would be for them to utilize these techniques before they turn into big feelings. And so if you're a parent, everybody knows what a big feeling looks like. Like Savannah said, it's biting, it's hitting, it's kicking, it's screaming, it's scratching. So by using these relaxation techniques, children can learn to calm their nervous system by learning how to go into their inner sanctuary. Their bodies respond by relaxing, their heart rate slows down, and their tension will start to melt away. Children will learn that they possess an inner refuge which is a place where they can go inside of themselves when they need stillness and serenity.
Another reason why it's important to teach breathing techniques to little ones is that it can result in both better sleep and improved focus. Learning breath work as a little one can regulate their nervous system, promote more restorative sleep, and sharpen their focus during waking hours. Little ones can see improved sleep patterns because breath work promotes both relaxation and reduces stress. As children master these techniques, they may experience a reduction in anxiety, more balanced behaviors, and improved academic performance. The power of stillness also extends to cognitive development and focus in children. These meditations usually involve exercises that require little ones to focus their attention on a specific thought or idea. Through time, this practice enhances their ability to concentrate. Breathing techniques also allow little ones to create an inner sanctuary. An inner sanctuary is not only a calm place within your mind, but also the voice inside your head that follows you throughout your life. This concept is not only important for little ones, but it is a valuable resource that can be accessed at any point in our lives. As a mom, do you ever just want 5 minutes for self-care, recharging, or just finding clarity in the chaos? Because I know I do. An inner sanctuary is a safe, peaceful mental space within oneself where one can retreat to find solace, calmness, and clarity. It's a sanctuary of the mind where children can feel secure and centered. Learning to access this inner sanctuary is crucial for little ones, as it provides them with a powerful coping mechanism to navigate life's challenges. In this sanctuary, children can find refuge from stress, anxiety, and overwhelm, allowing them to recharge and regain perspective. It also serves as a tool for emotional regulation, empowering children to manage their feelings and reactions more effectively. By cultivating awareness of their inner sanctuary, children develop resilience and self-reliance, knowing they have a place of peace within themselves. This skill can lay the foundation for lifelong mental well-being, equipping them with the ability to handle adversity with grace and strength. Accessing this inner sanctuary fosters creativity and imagination. It encourages mindfulness and self-reflection, and it fosters a deeper understanding of oneself and the world around them.
Okay, thanks, Lindsay. So before we go into actually how do we do this, I think it's important that we talk about some of the misconceptions that people may have in regards to guided meditation or mindfulness with little ones. So the first one is they can't sit still. So it is true that little ones have a shorter attention span compared to adults, but they are also capable of engaging in short, and the key word there is short, age-appropriate mindfulness activities and guided meditation. Secondly, they're little, they won't understand. So some may believe that little ones lack the cognitive ability to understand concepts such as mindfulness or meditation. But I think that if a little one can remember all 16 characters of Paw Patrol, then they can definitely understand the concept of quieting their mind. But it's only for calming down. So mindfulness and breath work is certainly helpful to calm little ones down, but it offers additional benefits that Lindsay talked about, such as enhanced cognitive skills, concentration, self-awareness, and resilience. Well, isn't it just that they're like sitting there quietly? So some might think that mindfulness with children simply involves them sitting quietly and doing nothing. So don't get me wrong, stillness is an important aspect of mindfulness, but there are many interactive and age-appropriate activities that we can incorporate, such as our breathwork exercises, yoga, and even some stories that go with guided meditation. Well, isn't this topic a little too serious for little ones? So, in reality, these practices can be introduced in a playful, childlike manner. They can definitely align with your child's natural curiosity. You can incorporate stuffed animals, music, their favorite blanket, a fort, storytelling. Um, so, as a grown up, by understanding and addressing these misconceptions, you can help create a supportive environment where young children can explore and embrace mindfulness and meditative practices as valuable tools for their well being. So, now what everybody wants to know, how do we physically go about guiding our little ones through meditation? Okay, so we're going to switch gears a little bit and we're going to talk about the part that I think everyone wants to know. How do I utilize this? What do I do? So, first, we're going to start with guided meditation. When you're introducing a little one to guided meditation, you're going to start with about 1 minute. You're going to try and let your little one guide you on their own comfort levels. They can lay on a couch, they can sit in a chair, cuddle up on your lap, sit in their fort, lay on a blanket, whatever they want to do. As you begin the guided meditation, model a few cleansing breaths for them, and then have them repeat that breath work. Then you just simply begin reading the script. It's just a short little story. In the beginning, you're going to want to ignore any fidgeting. What you want to focus on is that they're making an effort to quiet their mind and quiet their body. So, what does a guided meditation session look like? Beginning guided meditation and breath work is really hard for little ones, which is why it is important as a grown up, we are consistent in helping them practice. Every time they do it, they're going to get just a little bit better. Maybe the first time you sit down and you do a guided meditation with them, they can only have a quiet mouth and body for 10 seconds. And that is okay, because the next day it might be 11 seconds. And we want to focus on progress over perfection. And remember that it's important to incorporate guided meditation into your little one's daily routine. It could be a calming practice every night after bath time or a soothing start to your day. And the one that we use probably 99% of the time is pre-nap guided meditation, pre-quiet time guided meditation if they're too young or too old for a nap. It's important that you encourage your little ones with kindness and understanding. You do not want them to feel any pressure. You do not want them to feel any expectations. And it is so important that you celebrate their efforts, no matter how small they are. And remember that they're little, so restlessness is just a natural part of the journey. Children are going to fidget, they're going to ask questions, they're going to be distracted. You just have to trust the process. Over time, children will begin to grasp the concept of stillness and mindfulness. Some days are going to go well, and some days are going to be met with abstinence. And it's just about finding that balance. So when it comes to a guided meditation session, which is just those scripts that you're going to read to your child, how much time should I spend doing this? So this chart provides a very rough estimate. It is going to change based off your child, based off the mood that your child is in for that day. But in a nutshell, 2 to 4-year-olds should strive for 1 to 2 minutes a day, 4 to 6-year-olds, 2 to 3 minutes a day, and 7 plus 3 minutes a day. Now remember, this is an ending goal. We're not starting out with the goal of 1 minute. That is way down the road after we have practiced and practiced. Our ending goal is 1 to 2 minutes a day. All right, I'm going to hand it over to Savannah, where she is going to talk about something that I think it's very important.
So, when was the last time you told yourself, I am strong, I am kind, or I am loved? These are what we like to call positive affirmations. So, as Christy said, celebrating the little things with your child, even if it's 10 seconds, celebrate their efforts. And a great way to do this is by utilizing these positive affirmations. During your meditation sessions, children are going to be encouraged to extend loving kindness to themselves and to others. We want them to understand that all human beings are interconnected and we all want to be happy and realize that others do too. So, how do we do these positive affirmations? How do I go about starting this with my little one? It's super easy. You can sit them down in front of a mirror or just sit down on the rug and have them repeat these phrases that you tell them, such as on the screen: I am strong, I am unique, I am kind, I am patient. And these things will help build their confidence in themselves. And eventually, they will be able to come up with things about themselves, and it'll be fun to see what they come up with about themselves. And yeah, it's a really, really great way to show them that you are proud of them and get them to build that confidence in this journey. So now we are going to transition into the big elephant in the room, our children's book series that we have designed for you and your little ones to kickstart this journey of mindfulness and meditation. So wouldn't it be great if story time doubled as a crash course in relaxation? Don't worry, we got you covered. So now I'm going to go into each one of our released books. We have 4 released in the series as of now. We have Bee Breath, Snake Breath, Star Breath, and Dragon Breath released. Coming soon, we will have Balloon Breath, Blossom Breath, Counting Breath, and Candle Breath for you guys. So let's get into the books. I'm going to start with the first book in the series, Bee Breath. So Bee Breath, we have our character Serenity, who is based off of Lindsay's daughter and Christy's granddaughter and my niece, who is going on a calming journey through a meadow in the mountains with some bees. So I'm just going to read a couple pages of this with you guys, and we will talk a little bit about more of Bee Breath. In a garden so bright, under the sky so blue, there's a breath that's sweet, just waiting for you. With a gentle hum, like a bee on a flower, let's find our calm in this tough hour. Meet our friend Rennie, sitting so still amongst blooming flowers by the daffodil. She takes a deep breath. Let's all do the same. Inhale with her softly. Let's play the bee game. So there is Serenity finding her inner calm amongst the flowers and the bees. And in the back of each of our books, we also have a little how-to section that has step-by-step process of how to practice Bee Breath with your little one. So you may just go through the story, help them get a little visualization of what you want them to do. You may just open it right up to this how-to section and just step-by-step practice Bee Breath. Whatever works for you and your little one, it is going to be a process to figure out what works for you and your little. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of how this interaction with your little one might go. So we're going to grab our little bee stuffy and we're going to hold them nice and close to us. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to take a big deep breath in, just like Rennie did in the story. And we're going to buzz out all of our big feelings. Bzzz. And you will just continue doing that, breathing in and buzzing out whatever feelings you might be having in that moment until they feel like they're ready to be done. And you would just continue with that, like I said, however long they need to. And eventually, once you start practicing with them with bee breath, they might eventually come up to you and say, Mom, I need to do my bee breath today. Or Grandma, I am ready to do bee breath. So that is our first book. Let's get into our second book in this series, which our first book, Bee Breath, and our second book here, Snake Breath, are going to be geared more towards your younger children, as it has that fun sound that you can utilize with them. It's a little bit easier for them to engage and be interactive in the process by using that fun sound. So Snake Breath is actually starring my son, Amare, and he is going on a calming journey through the forest with some adorable little woodland animals here, finding his inner calm. So let's read a couple pages of Snake Breath. In a forest so green, where the tall trees sway, let's find some serenity. Let's breathe in a new way. With a deep breath in and a silent hiss, we'll discover our calm in moments like this. Meet our friend Amare in the forest so grand. With a breath he starts, let's all understand. Inhale deep and slow. Feel your chest rise. As we journey with Amare, let's all be wise. And there is Amare on his journey in the forest. And again, at the back of every book, there's going to be your how-to section that you can take out. And we can grab our snake stuffy or whatever your child's favorite stuffy blanket. Again, whatever works for you and your little one. I'm not going to grab my little snake because he's too big. But we're going to hold our snake and we're going to close our eyes and we're going to practice snake breath just like Amare when he was having big feelings. And we're going to take a big deep breath in. And we're going to hiss out all our big feelings. And again, you can do that however many times they feel they need to. So now we will go into our third book in the series, which is Star Breath. So Star Breath is going to be geared a little more towards your older children, as it's utilizing a little bit more of their imagination. So in Star Breath, we have our character Lauren here, who is going on a journey through space, imagining that she is a bright, shining star as she breathes in, and her star is getting dimmer and dimmer as she finds her calm on her journey. So let's read a few pages of Star Breath. In the quiet of the night, where the stars shine so bright, let's pretend we're a star on a journey so far. With friends at our side in the starry space, we'll learn and explore at our own pace. Meet our friend Lauren, her heart full of grace. Under the night sky she sits, looking for her tranquil space. With a deep breath in, our star shines so wide. We'll explore the cosmos side by side. So there is Lauren imagining that she is a bright, shining star. And again, we can flip over to the back of the book where we can find our how-to section. Take that out, get our cute little star stuffy here. And we are going to imagine that we are a bright, shining star, and our star is going to dim and dim as we calm, just like Lauren. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to take a big, deep breath in. Our star is shining so wide, and we're going to breathe out, and our star is going to get dimmer and dimmer. So that is how we practice Star Breath. Now, our newest book in the series, our latest release, is Dragon Breath. So Dragon Breath is going to be a little more for your older kids as well, as it involves their imagination of breathing out fire like a dragon. So we are going to follow Nico on his journey in the land of dragons. In a land full of dragons, where legends take flight, we harness our breath with all of our might. With a deep breath in and an exhale of fire, we'll discover our power. For a calm soul we aspire. Meet our friend Miko, his eyes full of wonder. In the heart of the kingdom, he leads us to ponder. Wearing a bright smile and a laugh, he shows us the way to find our inner calm where worries don't stay. So there we have Miko in the land of dragons on his journey of finding his calm using dragon breath. Again, we have our how-to section in the back of our books, and you can grab your adorable little dragon stuffy, or again, whatever you would like to utilize, a blanket, your child's favorite stuffy, doesn't have to be a dragon. Whatever works for you guys. And we will close our eyes. And we will take a big, deep breath in. And we're going to breathe out all our big feelings, all that anger, like we are breathing fire, just like a dragon and just like Miko in the story. So that is how you will practice dragon breath. And that is how you can utilize our book series for teaching these breathing techniques to your little ones.
Great. Thank you, Savannah. That was great. All right, the question that everybody wants to know. Do we use our books daily? We absolutely do use our books every day. I read these books every day to my granddaughter, Serenity, who Savannah shared is the main character in Bee Breath. Bee Breath used to be her favorite story, but it has quickly turned into Dragon Breath. So I let her pick the story that we're going to read every day. And then you just go ahead and read it like any other children's picture book. Page by page, point out certain pictures. You can ask questions while you're going through the book. And then when you get to the end, you have a little chat about feelings. So do you ever get mad? Or when Amare was mad in the story, what did Amare do? What did Lauren do when she was having big feelings? And then we'll go to the back of the book, to the how-to. And when I first started this with her, I would have to model these breaths for her. I would have to give her an example, and I would have to have her then show me back what I was doing. Now that we've been doing this for 6 months, I can say, show me a snake breath, and she'll do snake breath without any issues. And then we talk about certain things that we should do and that we shouldn't do. So we say, instead of hitting, we can use a bee breath. When we're mad, instead of biting, we can go grab our star and we can calm ourselves down by imagining our star getting brighter and brighter and dimmer. So that is how I use those books on a daily basis. We have come up with a mnemonic to kind of help you navigate the big feelings when they're starting. So when your little one is starting the tantrum stage or the big feeling stage, what do you do? How do you start this? So first off, we start with L, which just means you listen and you allow that emotion. That means you sit there and you let that tantrum happen. Emotions are meant to be felt. We want our little one to know that all emotions are okay, even the hard ones. We have to feel them all. You do not want to talk to your little one during this time because they're not listening anyway. The only thing you need to do is to make sure that they're being safe. So the rest of these all happen after the big feeling has passed. After the tantrum is over, you're going to want to go on to E, which is you're going to sit your little one down and you're going to express the name of the emotion. Now, this helps your little one become aware of what they're feeling. So in the beginning, you're going to help them and say, I saw that you were mad. once they get a handle on this, it's going to turn into more of a question. How were you feeling? Once you're done with that part, you're going to go into the end part, but you're always going to go back up and repeat the beginning part. So you're going to say, I saw that you were mad. And then we say, what did you do when you were mad? This gives them an opportunity to learn. Sometimes when your little ones are tantruming, they don't remember scratching you. They don't remember biting you. So you're going to say, I saw that you were mad and you bit grandma. I saw that you were mad and you scratched grandma. So this is something, even as they get a little bit older, that you may still need to guide them with, because they may not actually remember what they did when they were having big feelings. After that, you're going to want to discuss what they should have done. So we're going to go right back up to the top and we're going to say, I saw that you were mad. And when you were mad, you bit grandma. When you're mad, you should use, and that's when you talk about their breathing techniques, or you talk about their inner sanctuary, or you talk about their guided meditation. So this part is important because it's the start of their emotional intelligence. It's starting them on the journey of understanding that when I feel this way, there are other things that I can do so I'm not hurting myself or hurting others. And so the last thing that you do is you sit together and you practice. Children always learn by observing. So you want to practice the breath work, or maybe it's a good time to go do a guided meditation. And just remember, during this process, you want to praise even the littlest bit of progress, even if they only just knew the name of their emotion and everything else was like, I don't know. Praise it, praise it, praise it. So I'm going to give you a little bit of insight into how this worked for me. So we started with my granddaughter about 6 months ago on this journey. She's a big biter, she's a big scratcher, and she's a big hitter. And so we would go through this. We would obviously protect ourselves from her biting, and let the emotions go. She felt them all. She's feeling all the madness. And then when it was done, we would sit down and we would tell her, you were mad. I saw you were mad. I saw you hit me. What you should have done is, and sometimes we'll take the book out and go through the pictures of star breath or dragon breath, and then we practice and we practice and we practice. So now let's fast forward 6 months. So we have been working this consistently, and consistently means every time they're having big feelings. So it is a lot of work, but let's fast forward 6 months, and this is what we have now. When she is mad, she will walk up to you, all 36 inches of her. She will look up at you and she will say, I am mad. I want to bite you. And then she will give you the most dramatic dragon breath you've ever seen. And she'll blow it all over you. And then she will turn and she'll walk away. Now, is this situation over? No, because she's still mad. You have to learn how to read your child's body language. Her body is tense. Her eyebrows are furrowed. She's still mad. So she knows what grandma's going to say next. And grandma's going to say, when you're ready, come find me and we're going to talk. Now, little ones don't stay mad for long. So she'll come trotting back a few minutes later. I ready, grandma. I ready. And we sit down and we talk about it. And we say, how are you feeling? And this is going ahead 6 months. She'll say, I was mad. I was mad. And sometimes she can tell you what she did, like, oh, I did a dragon breath or whatever. But most of the time she will just show me. And then we talk about it and we celebrate. We celebrate and we dance and we give high fives. And you would think that the Bears won the Super Bowl because we are celebrating the heck out of everything she's doing, because she is 3 years old and she is starting on her journey of emotional intelligence. And that's huge for me. That's huge. Okay, so we're going to switch gears a little bit and let you guys know where you can find our books. Well, first and foremost, these books are at your very library, so go check them out today, tomorrow. You can find our books on Amazon, and you can find our books on booksbyrhymes.com. We also have some amazing educational worksheets and activities on our website. As a former educator, summer is the time for the summer slide, guys. So get on there, download. We have so many free downloads that you guys can just work with your child for a little bit and minimize that summer slide. So when they go back to school in August, it's not so rough. It's not going to be so rough on them. And as a little thank you for anybody that joined us this evening or is going to hop on and listen to this after it's been uploaded and recorded, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking time to help your little ones, whether you're an educator or a grandparent or a parent. Just thank you for taking care of your little ones. Emotional intelligence and their path to emotional intelligence. So there's a coupon for 20% off in our website. You can use that however many times you want for whatever you want, but it does expire at the end of the month. And it's our way of saying thank you for giving us a little bit of your time. And now we would like to open up this session to any sort of questions you guys may have about the book, utilizing guided meditation, breath work, or the writing and publishing process. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We appreciate you, and we appreciate what you're doing for your little ones. And I'm sure that Lindsay and Savannah feel the same way.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.